Here we are, back again. If I look rough, it's because it's still the same day with the rest of the video. We've been at this since 11 o'clock this morning. I think it's like 15 to 9 now. I moved the camera a little bit. Slide it out just a hair so the TV will have a better look at it. There we go. I put the cylinder back on. We were going to film it, and I got to doing it, and I looked up at Andrew and I said, I hadn't turned the camera back on yet, so we finished doing some of the polishing, cleaned the cylinder up, and checked the squish, and we're at 18 thousandths, exactly where we wanted to be. And no, we didn't have to do any more modifying. We hit it right on the head. Got it stuck back in here and getting the screws run down in it now. I started running the screws down a minute ago before I realized that I didn't have the camera turned on, so we're in the process of putting them in there now. See if we can get them torqued down and see what kind of compression feel we're going to have. I don't know how much more we're going to get filmed tonight. We have got to figure out a way to do the muffler mod, and I'm just about sure we're not going to film most of that, because this muffler is full, and it's going to take me doing some hacking to get it apart and get it the way I want it, and some welding. And my camera equipment is not set up to watch welding, but I've done tried it, and you can't see anything. Hey, it still turns around in circles. That's good. Don't want to when you put the plug in the hole though. That's a good thing. That means we got lots of pressure. Alright, we got the ring squeezer out here. I need to put it up. If y'all don't know what these are, they're ring squeezers. Most of the time we don't use them to put them back together, but every once in a while on one of these big ones, it makes getting them in a lot easier, because apparently everybody keeps telling me I've gotten older in the dexterity. Well, look, it fell off the table into the floor. Should have just thrown it in the floor to start with. Been easier. But now you know, that's one of them things. We're working on sticking it back together. I don't know if we're going to have it running tonight. Probably. It'll probably be in running form here soon, but it probably won't be running tonight, because we've still got to do the muffler mod, like I said, and I haven't got that one figured out exactly how we're going to do it yet. But I'm trying to at least get her put back together, so it'll all be back together. Now remember taking this little thing out. Now we've got to put it back in here. Have to work it around. Come on, get up in there. There you go. I talked to the guy that owns the saw for a little while today. His name's Wyoming Bound. He's on the channel. I've talked about him several times. Y'all have heard me. He's been a big supporter of the channel. He does a lot of business with me, and he's a real grateful feller. And he's got a really nice wife. They come up. We sit here and shoot the breeze a little bit and have a good time. And I appreciate stuff like that. I called him earlier to talk about what we were going to do with the muffler, and about 2 hours later we were still talking, and we had to get off the phone because he had things to do. And he said, I know I'm holding you up, so I'll let you get back with it. I said, well, we got back with it. Had a couple other people come by, even though they know I don't work on Saturdays a whole lot. Hand me that air dam down there, Andrew. Some people still come by to see me anyway, because I have friends that they come by regardless of whether I'm filming or not.
Friends that care about you.
Yeah, they don't care whether I'm filming. They just come by because they want to see me. Most of them don't even want to be on camera. What in the world's going on with the camera? I think we need to wipe the screen off. Hold still. Up. There it is. There you go. Now I'm clear again. For any of y'all who do any filming, y'all know what this is all about. You working on stuff like this and you got grease on your fingers. It just gets on the lens. Iron Horse tell you about it too, because he said he made that one video and it's got it all over the lens, and he said people was hollering about it, and I said, well, I know how it is because we do it too. Y'all, we ain't immune from messing up. We mess up just like everybody else does. We don't try to hide it when we do. Ain't no porn in it. Y'all remember how good that plug wire was to get off there, don't you? Get back in there where you're supposed to be. There we go. This is a really clean saw. He really takes good care of his saw. Trying to get the parts out of the box. There we go. I've got another video we're supposed to be doing here tonight too. It's not going to be loaded tonight. Probably part one is loading right now of the start of this saw, so y'all see it probably another hour or so. We were discussing how we're going to do this muffler. He said I could use my personal creativity to design his muffler however I wanted to. And I told him that's what I was going to do anyway, but he laughed, we laughed, and it was funny. We got some really wicked ideas for some mufflers, but we don't want to do it on this saw because he uses it. And we don't want it to...
He's a logger, correct?
Yeah, he's not a logger.
Tree guy?
He's a tree guy for the town or the city, I think, where he lives. And
some places there's restrictions on what kind of stuff you can't really have. You can't really run certain steels.
He can pretty much do whatever he wants to do with his saws, because he's like he's a middleman for some of the stuff.
I know, like Bucking, he can't run some of his, when he's out logging and stuff, he can't run some of his pipe saws and stuff.
This guy can run. He can run pretty much whatever he wants, but you know, he cuts stumps with this saw and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we don't want to
get in the way.
We don't want it in the way. We don't want it where it's going to be all all this and that, and just a mess. And if y'all are looking and going, well, you didn't put them bolts back in there. I know, because I'm not leaving that on there right now. I'm just wanting to look and see what the what the muffler fits like, because we talked about a few ideas, and I need to see what they are, what's feasible and what's not. Because I don't think one we talked about is not going to work for sure. I'm almost 100% sure of that. Yep. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. We talked about maybe putting one to the side over here. But that ain't gonna work.
You could just slide the port forward and open it up.
This port's gonna be gone. We're gonna remove this one altogether. We already talked about that. We're gonna take that one completely out. So there you have it. But pull that back off there for a minute. I'm not still yet got these screws back in that hold the carburetor down. If I can get a hold of the right darn ones. Oh, mercy. I'm just about tired. He does a lot of work with this saw. He said he was going to really miss it while I had it. We done a 372 X-Torque for him, I think earlier this year, and he loves it. He said she's right nasty. He's got an SP81 too. He's actually got two of them. He's got one with him, and there's one sitting in there in the floor. It's going to have a cylinder and a piston. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it also.